How's it going, everybody? RyeSquad here today. We are back with your European Vanguards in episode number 3, where we really get to put a stamp on this team in our first official offseason, where the tank was successful. We put ourselves in the best possible position to get the number 1 overall that I realistically think we could have. We were darn close to catching the San Jose Sharks. We were the only teams that finished with below 60 points and one of 3 teams to finish with below 70 points. So we really did the best that we could here. San Jose, just from the start, was just so bad. We did have fewer regulation wins, so a couple overtime wins more, plus some shootout wins. So we apparently had 4 shootout wins. Only we didn't have so much decent talent on the team. Teuvo Teravainen, I'm going to look at you for that one, my guy. But that is that. We have a 13.5% chance to win the number 1 overall pick, and I don't want to go up to get it. I know last season we did, I guess the first season we did, because, oh my God, we had a medium franchise potential. But Nikita Shishkinov would be the guy we would get at number 1, without a doubt, the Russian-born right-wing playmaker. 5'11", 179, has great overall right now. Plays like Patrick Kane. Balance, block, overload is decent enough. He's definitely got 2 superstar abilities. Could have a third. Would absolutely be the guy I would love to grab. If we don't end up winning the lottery, I may even say let's trade down a pick. And we could go after Nikolai Korobov. We could see what teams would give up for the number 2 overall pick, assuming we don't slide down to 3, and potentially move down to pick 3 or 4 or something like that. See if somebody wants to jump into the top 2 to go after Berkeley Catton here. There's also Caden Lindstrom, who somebody might want as well, but we can't want them because they're Canadian. They're not European. And if you are new here still, we can only get European players, which is why I'm highlighting Nikolai Korobov. It's a decent runner-up here. Obviously, Nikita Shishkinov would be the main prize if we get the 13.5% win. But Nikolai Korobov here, the defensive defenseman, 6'3", really solid player. Cycle pinch is perfect. Medium elite, plays like Zdeno Chara, and is actually NHL ready. So I don't know if I want to tempt fate too much and trade down, and then all of a sudden Lindstrom or a Ginla fall and somebody takes Korobov. There's also the potential to take Emil Hemming. He's 2 years away. Plays like Teemu Solane, which would be awesome. But 2-bar medium elite, we don't know enough about him. There's Ryder Ritchie. Unfortunately, like he is Swedish, but he's playing in the WHL. I kind of got rid of all of those guys. But then there's Adam Jirasek, Aaron Kiviharu. Like, these guys are very solid players. A couple years away for them. There's Chromiak, who I believe is Serbian. We don't know anything about him, so we'll figure it out, but I'm banking on winning the lottery or getting Korobov. I don't want to, again, tempt fate too much. I'll see what the trade offers are, but the next thing we have to do, guys, is take a look at the draft lottery. And there we have it. The playoffs are complete, and I will jump back in for you guys so that we can see the live reaction together of the draft lottery. I mean, like, I wish there was a better presentation than just like a pop-up for the draft lottery. I feel like that'd be really cool to say, you know, I know MLB The Show doesn't have much, but at least they've got something where you get to see everybody's odds, and then it goes away and it's simulating, and then it comes back and you get to see who moved up and who moved down by how many spots. Kind of wish we had something like that here, but the Toronto Maple Leafs are Stanley Cup champions. By the way, I saw Edmonton versus Dallas in the Western Conference Finals, so a pretty decent job there of replicating real life. You know, we had the Oilers make it all the way IRL. In game, they do make it all the way. Carolina loses in 7 to Toronto, who then sweeps the Oilers. Wow, that is a crazy final series. As far as, you know, who made it to the conference finals, decent. I mean, Carolina was close. They pushed the Rangers. They weren't great in the first half of the series. But anyway, Toronto is going to knock off the Oilers and win the Stanley Cup. So a little bit unrealistic there. But the Oilers making it to the Stanley Cup Finals against the Dallas Stars in the Western Conference Finals is pretty impressive. But now we go ahead and get some pop-ups, and we're just waiting for that one that says the draft lottery. So $89 million is the cap for the next season. We're just going to keep hitting advance day. I think it should be the end of the month. I think we're just going to go ahead and hit off season here, and we'll just let it jump all the way up. I'm a little nervous, and there it is. We got shafted. Los Angeles wins the lottery number 2 and goes up from 6 to 2. We drop from 2 to 3. San Jose stays at number 1. So that 25.5% chance they had at the number 1 overall it comes to fruition there. Then 18.5% chance of winning the first lottery, and then 25.5% chance of winning the number 1 overall pick. So a bummer to see us slide from 2 to 3, but we'll at least call San Jose and see if they want to flip-flop picks maybe. Otherwise, we're probably going to get Korobov, the defenseman, Nicholas Backstrom, Jakub Voracek, Shea Weber, Brent Seabrook, Cogliano, Muzzin Strollman, Abdelkader Demers, Korpikoski, all are going to retire. And then in goal is just Nicholas Fedberg. So again, year 1 doesn't see many goalies retire. And now as far as coaches retiring, it is Jalen Bentley from the Europe Vanguards. Nobody from the Burnaby Aces, so we are fine there. Voracek, Cogliano, and Brad Malone are now scouts. Let's go to view the draft class here. We might as well do our due diligence. They're saying Korobov is a gem. I agree with that, right? He's supposed to go, he's got shutdown and truculence. That's very, very good. 6'4", 209. Did he grow? I thought he was like 6'3". Anyway, 6'4", 209. Shishkinov is 5'11", 189. He definitely grew. He was 179, I believe. Now he's 189. So he put on some pounds before the draft. I don't think we're going to get him, but as we slide down here, Emil Hemming is 3-bar or perfectly known medium top 6. Jirasek, yeah, wow, they did shift these rankings quite a bit. Matejko, not bad. Hellenius, Consta Hellenius looks really good. Puck skills, it's just the skating and defense not great. There's Brandzeg Nygaard here. We know he's a two-way forward. We know he's probably top 9, so that's not what we want to see. There's also Leon Mugley here. 3 years away, 2-bar medium elite. Let's actually interview him. I'm going to go ahead and actually do these interviews, let you know if I find anything interesting. Hopefully we learn a little bit more about all these guys, but first interview is Leon Mugley. So we didn't uncover anything extra about Leon Mugley's potential, but we do know for a fact he is 2 years away with balanced, and plays like Al McInnes. So not bad, not somebody that I'm willing to move down and give up on, Korobov at the top. Nothing interesting really came out of the draft interviews. Does it ever? It's a decent feature. I just wish it was a little bit better. I do like the NHL readiness because you guys, those of you that have been around the channel know I am obsessed with NHL readiness, being here sooner rather than 5 years away, and we just kind of forget about you or trade you. Anyway, taking a look at our picks and our plan for the draft, we are picking 3rd in the first round, 2nd in the second round, 2nd in the third round, but we do have 3 third-round picks. We pick 2nd, 9th, and 25th. Then in the 4th, we're in the back half of the round. Then in the 5th, we've got 2 as well as a 6th. So we do have some capital to move around. I do kind of want to acquire some talent for the system. Again, starting with a team that, it has 1 year of history. We don't have depth. We've got E forwards, E defense. We're neutral on depth forwards because that makes sense. But then goalie prospects, we're neutral. Gustafsson, Annanen, Gibson, Tikkanen. I mean, listen, guys, it's not great. The prospects aren't good. So as much as I'd love to give up a ton of picks to go up to number 1, we'll see what it would take. We'll have to balance that with also being smart and getting guys in the system that maybe they become a third liner in 2 to 3 years. We need that kind of player right now because we just don't have it. We don't really have any prospects in the system. So let's jump into the draft. And here we go. We are in the draft. There we are at 3. As promised, I am going to call the San Jose Sharks and just see what it would take to get their number 1 overall pick. Probably way too much. But if we take a look at draft picks at number 1 here, no trades found. I doubt they're going to say, oh yeah, give us your 1 and your 2. I just don't think that's going to work. Our 1's probably got good value, right? For sure. Has good value. We could definitely give up the Canadians' 3rd. I'd give up our 3rd to move up a couple spots. I just really don't think this is going to go through even if I offered this. Trade rejected, but it's not deal. Woefully insufficient when they consider what they want. Taking a look at skaters that match the block for them. Boqvist, Chernak, Hoglander. I did like the way Chernak played for sure. I thought he was solid. Again, minus 21, but 19 points, 85 overall. Boqvist is 85 overall as well. Capo Kakko's up to an 84. Romanov. Luotsarainen, I would be fine giving up Luotsarainen in this deal. They'd have too many skaters in the org. And yeah, we can just take back Carpenter. Why not? But Luotsarainen, I thought he was solid. Again, though, if we can get Shishkinov, I would give him up. I straight up would. Luotsarainen, a 1st and a 3rd for 1st and Carpenter. Trade rejected, but the value just isn't where it needs to be at all compared to what they're being asked to give up. Okay, I'll bump it up to a 2nd. Again, like I said, probably not going to be a needle mover, but, give it a try. We could give up our third. I think I did have our third in there. Let's just give it a try. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, I thought I had our third in there. I will give up the second if we can go up and get Shishkinov. That'd be super cool. Trade rejected, woefully insufficient. Yeah, I don't see it happening. If they pass on Shishkinov, you better believe I'm going to be jumping down the throats of the Los Angeles Kings, but it's just not in the cards for us right now, guys. There he is, 79, medium elite playmaker, 5'11", 189, does have 3 X factors, third eye, relentless, and skilled up. Really good passer, good skater, really well-rounded player. This is not the guy to sell the farm for, that's for sure. If we would have won the lottery, would have been great. Would have loved him if we had him, would have been pumped, but again, not the kind of guy I want to give up everything for. And taking a look at the draft class, they are likely going to take Berkeley Catton next. I guess I could see what it would take to move down a pick with like St. Louis. I guess I could see what teams would be willing to offer for the third overall pick. Hartman, Middleton, Johansson, Brodin, Goudreau in a third, and Spurgeon. Yeah, no, I mean, they're doing okay, I think, making a decent offer, but like if we move down with St. Louis, I'd have to pick up like a pick, and pretty much I wish I could get a verbal guarantee that they were not going to take my guy. That is a decent amount of trade value right there. Brennan Saad, yeah, all these guys are in their 30s. They're not looking good, so a future draft pick I would take. For sure. I would take a future first. I think I'd move down a pick for a future first. Yeah, it's not going to happen, but I would take it. And they're like, yeah, of course you would. I would take 36, though. A first and a second to move up one spot. Trade rejected. Yeah, okay. Again, I'm getting just too nervous that I'm not going to be able to get my guy here, that they're going to take him. There goes Berkeley Catton. We are going to make our pick here. It is going to be Nikita Korobov. I believe his name is Nikita. Nikolai Korobov, excuse me. I saw the N in Nikita Shishkinov. It's Nikolai Korobov from Russia. 6'4", 209 defensive defenseman. That is NHL ready and plays like Zdeno Chara. Welcome to the European Vanguards. And there he is, 78 overall defensive defenseman, medium elite with shutdown and truculence. That's pretty solid, guys. Wish his passing and his senses were a little bit better, but his defensive category is already top-notch. He's physical. He's not the best skater, but hey, 6'4", 209, defensive defenseman, medium elite. He's got a bright future ahead of him. And we do have pick, I think, like 30-something, like 34. So there is a chance that we can get a guy like Miettinen or Väisänen. Väisänen? Yeah, I think it's Väisänen. 2 years away, 3 years away for Julius Miettinen, but 6'3", grinder? No, probably not a grinder. Probably more of a power forward or two-way forward. There's also Simon Zether here, who's 3 years away. Don't like his synergies. Other than that, there's Joachim Heikkinen is 3 years away. Plays like Matt Zuccarello, medium top 6 forward. There's also Thomas Galvas here. 3 years away, defenseman. He is pick 29. We might be able to move up a couple spots for him, but I believe we've got like this pick, so maybe Miettinen is the pick we have. Round 2, yeah, it's pick 30. I want to say it's 35 now. Okay, so it's pick 35. That is important to know because we would probably have to move up if we wanted any of those guys. But just taking a look here again quickly, there's Galvas at 29. He's 3 years away. Vetti, he is at 31. So we're looking at 35 here. We're looking at a guy like Atos Koivu. He's 3 years away with carry, shoot, efficient, balance. That's a really good strategy. He's got good foot speed. He's got a hard wrister. He's probably, he's a sniper then. 6'1", 3 years away, 1 bar medium elite. Is he going to be a medium top 6? I'm going to bet you he is. They feel too similar. But carry, shoot, efficient, balanced is a really, really good chemistry to have. Holy cow, that took me way too long to get out. Adam Jecko here. I think I've seen him before. He's been okay. I can't remember from my previous couple saves. There's Yannick Ponzanetto here. We have no idea anything about him, but he actually looks decent if those attributes are to believe, which I'm not going to say they are. Yeah, other than that, it seems pretty weak down here. There is a medium top 6 defenseman, Paul Mayer from Germany, who's projected to go right around our other pick. There's also Kasper Pikkarainen, who is potentially 3 years away. That could be another guy to go after. There's potentially a medium elite. There's some decent players out there towards the later part of this draft, so I'm not going to move around. I'm just going to go to our pick at 35. We're going to see who's there, and we're going to take him. So it is Atos Koivu is really the last guy on the board. I believe the Swede went right before him. That's not him. He must have gone a pick or two before him. But Thomas Desri, I'm not even going to give it a try. We are going to take Atos Koivu, though. What is his style? We don't know a similar style. He's 3 years away. You know what? I like it. 1 bar medium elite. Please be medium top 6. He is a medium top 6 sniper at 63 overall, so that is a pretty decent pick there. He's got an all right shooting category, but for now, I'm happy with the pick. So let's just jump ahead to pick 68 and go get our guys again. Second pick in the third round, a round where we have 3 picks, and we got the whole board available to us right here at the top. 3 years away, 4 years away, potentially 4 years away there. So it's not fantastic here. There's not too many tremendous players. There's Daniil Ustnikov? I think Ustinkov. There it is. Daniil Ustinkov. He played for the ZSC Lions, so in Zurich. And he's potentially 2 years away, medium top 4. I think he's the kind of guy that we would love to go after in a pick like this. There's also Christian Kirsch. I mean, that is a really good goaltender at this point. Oh, man, it's tough because... is he ever going to play for us? He looks decent. He's 3 years away. I think we get a prospect goalie. I think we do. We're at pick 68. We do have a pick later on. You know what? We're going to move up. We're going to move up from that last pick. We are going to go after... Oh, where is he? Jokinen. Yeah, these guys, I didn't like the look of them very much. Max Curran. I don't mind him, actually. Potentially 3 years away. Medium top 6. 17-year-old from the Tri-City Americans. He is from Czechia. So we can get him if we wanted to, but I did like Ustinkov. Ustinkov. Oh my God, I'm so sorry about butchering that so many times. Ustinkov. I think I'm going to take him here, and then we're going to move up in the third round here. So we're going to make the pick. 65, medium top 6. He might be something someday, but medium top 6 is tough. So we're going to find a trade here. I do want to make a trade. Where is our pick here? It's at pick 9. Let's move up with Philly there. Just a couple spots. We'll give up one of our later round picks. It should work. 75 and then 167. I think I'm cool with this trade. And then in return, I can also get maybe a 5th round pick next year. Is that going to go through? Trade accepted. Okay, cool. So it did go through. We got a 5th next year out of the deal too. So 2 picks to go here. Let's sim to our pick. There's Karan, there's Voilette. Okay, so not too much happening there. We are going to take Kirsch, the Swiss goaltender, get a medium starter prospect in the pipeline, right? We know it for a fact. I mean, there's also Vesterinen probably. 2-bar medium elite. We could potentially go up and get him, but we are going to go after Christian Kirsch here. He's supposed to go 82. We're going to just get him now. 63 medium starter. That is a good goaltender to get there at the start of the third round here. Our next pick is not until the later part of this draft, or this round. It is pick number 25 in this round. If we take a look at what pick number that is, it is pick number 91. We could be able to go up a few spots and get, who was that? The Vesterinen. There he is. There's also Titlerbach, Berger. Berger's not good. Some of these guys are not good. Chubarov, I thought I saw an X Factor, but I guess I'm mistaken. There's also Emil Vinny, 2 years away as a goaltender. Maybe we just double dip at goaltenders. We are at pick 91, so Vinny will definitely be a guy that we are able to get without moving. And then other than that, there's not many other guys that are looking solid. So let's take Emil Vinny as well. Get 2 goaltenders in this draft class. Holy... I thought we had him perfectly scouted as a starter. Okay. Cool. I'm glad he went before I got a chance to take him, because that saves me from looking pretty stupid and taking him there. Now, we did not move up, so we were not able to get some of the guys that we were looking at. There's Wesley Holland here. I mean, he's small, but that's not the end of the world. As far as best players available, we don't really know much about the later round guys. We do, again, it's going to look bad because a lot of these later round guys are not European. Low top 6 for Sergei Tikhonov. 5 years away, but Sergei Tikhonov, he's 19 though. Taking a look at we were pick 91 here. Yeah, Tikhonov's probably the best rated player left. Oh god, this isn't looking great. Maybe I want to see what somebody would give me for this 3rd round pick. So we're just gonna see what I could get for this 3rd round pick from the Tampa Bay Lightning. Teams would be willing to offer me a 4th in Caulfield, 4th, a 7th, and Farinacci, 2 7ths, Tyson Jost, a 4th, Suzuki. I mean, they just want to get rid of Ryan Suzuki at this point. Our 4th, and Steinberg. No, okay, a 3rd. I mean, I could move back 4 spots. Let me actually see if I can move back a few spots and pick up a maybe another pick, a future pick here. Marcus Johansson would not be a terrible get for a 3rd. Victor Arvidsson, bring him back. And a 3rd next year. I mean, Victor Arvidsson is expiring, so we'd have to extend him. But we do want to start competing again. A 3rd in Rousseau, Legare, and a 4th in, okay. Matt Rempe, no thank you. Dominic Kubalik in a 3rd next year. Kubalik is expired, but he could be somebody that might be worth it. And then some just garbage picks back here at the very end. So we are going to take a look at Kubalik, I think. There's Victor Arvidsson, and we know is pretty decent. And then a 3rd next year. I feel like this is a win. Kubalik, what do we got here? 81, 28, two-way forward. He looks really good. He fits in our bottom 6. He is from Czechia, so we would be able to utilize him here. He's a decent player. He only played 10 minutes for Ottawa, but had 24 points and was a +5. He did get a little power play time, so 1 power play point, 1 shorthanded goal. Took some faceoffs. Giveaway to takeaway ratio is a good ratio there. 81. I believe Victor Arvidsson. Oh, God. Who offered me Victor Arvidsson? I want to say it was the Canadiens offered me. I think it was the Canadiens that offered me Victor Arvidsson. Skaters matching the block. They wanted to give me Victor Arvidsson, who's an 83, but he is 31. So he's a little bit older. 83 sniper is really good. Does not fit our scheme. Actually, I don't really care if he fits our scheme. Yeah, he is probably the play here at 31 because Kubalik. Oh, shit. We are going to just have to take the Victor Arvidsson and then a 3rd round pick next year. Come on. A 3rd round pick next year. Propose the trade. Rejected. Oh, my God. Come on. 3rd round pick from the Canadiens. No, and we are going to automatically draft Bobrovsky. Oh, Yuri Bobrovsky, low top 6, 65 sniper. Not the end of the world, to be honest. Yuri Bobrovsky is going to fit the whole challenge here, but man, I should have gone back and called the timeout. I waited way too long on that one. That's my bad, but it is what it is. We now have to go up to our 4th round pick. Maybe we still can do something with our 4th round pick here. Maybe that trade for Kubalik or Arvidsson could be on the table. Now, I think a 3rd round pick would not be on the table, but Kubalik is a guy they want to get rid of here. Where is he? Yeah, Kubalik. He's 81 at 28. He's going to ask for less. He's a decent bottom 6 option. I think I'd rather have Victor Arvidsson for a couple more years from the Montreal Canadiens. Victor Arvidsson, there we go. No trades found, even with an open trade block. So I will just make the trade myself. A 4th and maybe a future 4th, right? Because we were able to get a 3rd and him for the pick there. I don't think there's anybody at this pick that I would want more than Victor Arvidsson. Let's see. Just view the draft class. I know I got my timeouts in my back pocket here, so we're okay. There's Zhamanov. There's Tikhonov. I guess I could go after Sergei Tikhonov. It's just he's got just a lot of concerns there. A lot of these guys now are not like Niemanen. Really, I don't see it for a lot of these guys down here. Medium fringe starters, the best thing that I've seen so far. Low bottom 6, low top 9. I think Victor Arvidsson for a 4th, potentially getting a future pick as well, would be the right play here. So I'm going to go propose that trade, get that one done, and then we can move on. And there we go. We were able to get a 3rd round pick in the deal too. So we trade the 4th to get Arvidsson and a next year's 3rd. That's a crazy deal. I can't believe that just happened. I want to see who they pick. What did they give up, Arvidsson? Oh, a medium backup goaltender. There you go, Montreal. Doing great things. Well, I got a lot of trade offers for our 2 5ths. The Boston, a bunch of teams are offering next year's 2nd. So I'm going to take the Boston 2nd from the Capitals, as I felt like that was the one that had the best chance of potentially not doing well. And there we have it. We're done. We're out of picks in this draft. I think it was a solid draft, guys. We got a medium elite defenseman who I think can step in right away. And then next year, we've got a first, 2 seconds, 3 thirds, a fourth, 2 fifths, a sixth, and a seventh. I mean, we have the potential to do some things. I mean, I might be able to package a second and a third for a first in 2026. We can do that later, but for now, let's get to the re-sign phase and potentially some free agents that we can allure with the amount of cap space we have. So the first order of business we're going to do in the re-sign phase is bring back Victor Arvidsson. He only wants less than $3 million for just 2 years. I'm going to give him that deal. Absolutely. I mean, get him till he's 33. It's the kind of player that we need right now. I think it's fine. He's an 83. He's going to help our team improve. And then let's just go from the back end out. So we've got Gustafsson and Annunen, and then, potential players. We got Gibson, maybe Tikkanen. We will want to not play Henrik Tikkanen, but I think Gibson here. Okay, I was gonna say, where did he come from? But he is Finnish. Whew, I got worried there for a second. Yeah, he wants a 2. Yeah, there we go. That's more like it. I'm pretty sure he wanted like a real contract too at one point. But there we go. There's our goaltenders. It's Gustafsson, Annunen, Gibson, Tikkanen. I don't really see a need to sign Hue or Kirsch. Defensemen. Taking a look now, we've got Boqvist, Chernak, Romanov, Brandstrom. Zaitsev doesn't want to come back, which I think I'm okay with, because I want to give Korobov some ice time. He's got the X factor. He looks pretty good. So we're going to sign him. Get him started now. Korobov there. And then Edler, he does want to come back. He's 38. He wants a 2-year deal. I think I'm going to say no to that. And I'm going to say no to Nikita Zaitsev too. So what that means is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys signed, as well as a 6th defenseman here in Miramanov. I got to take care of the AHL guys, right? Like Jordan, Selgren, right? All these guys. I'll do that in a second. But then let's take a look at the forward core. We've got Teravainen, Hoglander, Barbashev, Kakko, Niederreiter, Arvidsson, who we extended a contract to, Kotkaniemi with Kondratiev, who is now going to sign his ELC, and Boqvist with Luotsa-Rainen, Silfverberg. We'll let Silfverberg walk. Prota, Toropchenko, Lodin. We have plenty of players here, but I would like to keep a little bit of space for potential players. So Boqvist, I mean, Jesper Boqvist was, okay, I guess. I don't know. He didn't play much. His giveaway to takeaway ratio was not good. I'll offer him a qualifying offer. It's less than $1 million. It's not going to hurt us. People are going to be happy for it. So we got a first line of Hoglander, Teravainen, Barbashev, then Kakko, Niederreiter, Arvidsson, Kotkaniemi, Luotsa-Rainen, Boqvist, Kondratiev, Prota, and Toropchenko. Toropchenko can easily be benched. Same thing with Lodin. Lekaramaki still in the minors, right? So we have a spot or two available depending on what we do with Boqvist and Toropchenko. Protas 3.3 kind of hurts right now, but I'm hoping to see him jump. So I'm going to take care of the AHL and the coaches, and then we can get into free agency. So interesting here, Victor Arvidsson is going to reject the contract at the dollar value. I gave you exactly what you wanted, except for 1 fewer year. So I don't know. Dahlstrom's not going to... Okay. Oh, man. All right, we got some people to come back. Jeez, everybody... Okay, so we got some people to come back. Thank God. Korobov and Kondratiev are both going to sign their contracts, but we've got 40 contracts on the books right now. Victor Arvidsson, I do want to give him, bring him back, so we're going to give him 2 years, like $3 million. I feel like that's fine for an 83 overall. Even if he drops off, he should still provide some value there. Boqvist, I feel like a 2-year deal at 1.55 is good for him. That's easily moved to. And then these guys can leave. If they don't want to be in the AHL, they can just freaking leave. I don't really care. Goodbye, everybody. There we go. So once Arvidsson and Boqvist accept their contracts, which should be one more press of advanced day, Boqvist is back and Arvidsson is back. All right, so there we go. Looking pretty good. And there's our one scout we needed. We need a goalie coach and we need an NHL head coach. So that is important, but things look good. We do have plenty of cap space. Let's take a look here. Just show you guys our cap space situation. We have $30.9 million in cap space, which is absolutely ridiculous. So we can spend that. Hopefully get a number 1 defenseman and hopefully get a number 1 winger maybe to pair it with our franchise Kondratiev there. So let's take a look at free agency and then we can go ahead and find ourselves a coach that we think is going to be very, very good. Pavelski, probably not. the guy we are looking for. As much as I'd love it, he's American. Same thing with Shane Gostisbehere. Vladimir Tarasenko is Russian, and Oliver Ekman-Larsson is Swedish. So we do have the ability to go after these guys. They are in their 30s. Matt Roy, I believe, he's American. Pesci, wow, there's a lot of Americans. Elias Lindholm did pop out. He is available. He is 29. I think I like a guy like Elias Lindholm. He can easily slot in on the top line or the second line as a really, really strong two-way forward. I feel like that's a guy we want to go after here. I'll give him 5 years till he's 34 at $6 million a year. We've got the cap space. I'm not worried about it, and we can move on from him towards the end of that deal. Love it. And then taking a look at UFAs that are goalies. Anybody out here goaltending wise? Cam Talbot? No. I feel like goaltending is going to be tough to find a star goalie. Oliver Ekman-Larsson is 32. Roy's not European. Nikita Zadorov is an 83. Let's go after Oliver Ekman-Larsson. It's just a couple seasons, and he's a two-way defenseman, and actually, he's really good. So I'm going to give him probably the 2-year deal at probably 6.25. I think 6.4. We got money. We got plenty of cap space, guys. We're not going to be in cap trouble for a while. So there we go. We got Oliver Ekman-Larsson coming, as well as potentially Elias Lindholm. I mean, heck, we could even go after a 2-year deal on Vladimir Tarasenko. He doesn't fit the coach's scheme, but it's not that coach. Bertuzzi is Canadian. Monahan is Canadian. Daniel Sprong is Dutch, so he would fit, and he's 27. He wants a 5-year deal. He looks really, really good, actually. At 27, definitely somebody I'd like to go after. A 5-year deal will put him till he's 32. Let's give him a 4-year deal, and we'll give him $5.6 million as well. So we'll go after Sprong, Lindholm, a bunch of those mid-80s to really surround our top guys. And like I said, Jesper Boqvist could be on his way out. And Toropchenko could easily be scratched. So let's take a look and see what we could get for Jesper Boqvist. Wow, he's actually got a decent amount of value. Well, I guess relative to the rest of our team. But I feel like it's a good use of whatever we have to. Richie, yeah. So there's some prospects. Olausen, I'll take a look and I'll see what I find is the best deal and let you guys know once I pull the trigger. All right, so Washington was offering a second as well as I think it was a next year's fourth. I'm going to see if I can get a this year's fourth in it. And it doesn't look like I can. Maybe it was a next year's fifth, but I definitely know it was something like next year. It was like Vegas's pick next year and rejected. Okay, I'm going to just let them offer it to me again, but that's the deal I want to take is that second round pick from the Washington Capitals here. Yeah, there it is. A second and then their fourth next year. Oh, it's Colorado's second. That's why. I will accept that trade and goodbye, Jesper Boqvist. Lots of cap space still. Hopefully those guys do end up signing with us. We got 3 contract offers out there. Actually, goaltending, like I said, it was going to be tough. We have goaltenders now that I'm not upset with. We do need to find a head coach. If I can find somebody that feels potentially European, I'll go after him. But I think right now what we want is probably Leighton. A guy like Leighton, Caleb Leighton, his penalty kill's not great, but he's got A+ teaching. He was the head coach of the Boston Bruins. They did not retain him. He's got a 63% fit, behind the net, carry, shoot, balance. I mean, who does he fit with? He fits with Teravainen, Boqvist, Chernak, Kakko. He doesn't fit with Kotkaniemi, Lutsurainen, Brandstrom, and Prota. I mean, I feel like he's a good fit, though, and he's better than everybody else. There's also Gregory Chimera, who is actually really, really good. Well-rounded coach, A-. I think I'm going to go after Leighton. I do. I think there's other teams interested, but we are going to try and Caleb Leighton, we're going to bring him in for a lot of money. Again, salary doesn't matter. It's 9.15. There we go. If he doesn't come in, then we might be stuck with somebody else. But for now, there we go. We got him. Let's go find ourselves a goalie coach, which is something else we need to find. And Novotny here, who has B teaching. Cool. Goalie coach. That's their specialty. Gonna make them a goalie coach, give them money, because thank God I'm not playing with owner mode on. I mean, it did make it interesting, but I can afford to pay my goalie coach about $1 million a year. So there we go. We're getting off from that contract. Hopefully they sign. I'll let you guys know what happens. It's big. We got a big offseason coming up, and taking a look at the lines is gonna be fun. And there we go. We got our guy. We got the head coach we wanted. Caleb Leighton is coming in. And we also got Novotny too, the goalie coach. Our generous financial compensation made Left no doubt in his mind. But here we go. Free agents are going to sign today. One more push of the button. Daniel Sprong is here. Oliver Ekman-Larsson is here. And Elias Lindholm is going to reject. Okay, so he wanted a longer contract than I was willing to offer, and he rejects my contract. Interesting. I feel like, I think Pacioretty is American. Yes, he is. And DeMello, yep, Chandler Stevenson. Yeah, he's got X Factor. So we're going to go with Vladimir Tarasenko. Nobody wants him. I do. I'm going to give him a 2-year deal at $7 million. I feel like 2 years, $7 million should be able to get Vladimir Tarasenko to come in. He's going to be a huge contributor right away. Again, like I said, this is not the year to tank because I don't believe we have our first round pick. Carter Hart's a free agent. Not going after that one. Nedeljkovic, though, he's American. Yeah, Kevin Lankinen's the best European goaltender on the market, essentially. As far as potential, I'm not going to go after a guy that I'm not going to play or that I'm not allowed to, right? I'm not going to do that just to do that. Kyler Yamamoto, believe is American. Oh, he's American. I was going to say, I thought he was Canadian. I was pretty close. He's not European is all I needed to say. And we are good to go here, guys. I think the team getting Vladimir Tarasenko would be great. And if he doesn't want to come, he doesn't have to come. We will I think we'll be okay without him. We won't be nearly as good. But there we go. We are going to get Vladimir Tarasenko. Our team is actually going to look decent, I feel like, at the start of year 2. So let's go ahead and see what those lines look like. And here we go, ready to take a look at the lines for year number 2. Kondratiev, oh man, the gamble of leaving him down, not signed yet, didn't pay off at 19. He is an 82 overall sniper, but he is getting a +5 with Tarasenko and Teravainen. So that is certainly not the end of the world. Sprong, Barbashev, Hoglanders not getting us a plus. Wonder if moving any of these guys off that line. Does anybody else fit the second line better? Nino Niederreiter fits pretty well. Just Barry Kotkaniemi's not a huge fit. So I feel like flip-flopping there should get us a +1 for sure. Hey, Nils Hoglander at an 85 overall. Bringing him in, I think, was a pretty solid move for us last year at the deadline. Or I should say at the beginning of the season. Sorry. I couldn't remember when exactly we brought him in, but he did play 82 games for us. 46 points, -29. We're not going to talk about the minuses. Capo Caco's up to an 84. That's what we want to see, and he fits the second line very, very well. So let's go ahead and put him there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then we've got Arvidsson, Prota, Luotsarainen as a fourth line. I traded for Arvidsson and I gave him that contract that, it's 2 years, $3 million. It's not bad. Just because I figured he would be playing in the middle 6, but hey, he's going to be playing on the fourth line with Luotsarainen and Alexei Prota. It was actually a perfect fit for the second line. Would get us a +3 over Hoglander. I don't want to do that. He's 23. Hoglander is also 23 and has better potential. Kondratiev, Tarasenko, Teravainen. That is going to be our top line. It honestly looks really good. I'm happy with where the team is at. And then take a look at the defense. Boqvist, don't want him playing there. Romanov, Chernak. There we go. So Oliver Ekman-Larsson fits, and Boqvist fits perfectly. Romanov playing with Korobov would be good. Brandstrom doesn't fit the bottom pairing. Emil Brandstrom, that's who the issue is there. He would fit with Chernak, but I'd like to, you know what? I like this idea of playing Chernak with Korobov, Brandstrom with Romanov, and then our two best, more offensive-minded two-way defensemen, because actually, Boqvist is offensive-minded. OEL, I swear, used to be an offensive defenseman, but he's still pretty good offensively. Honestly, defense is the place with the most work needed, but Nikolai Korobov will eventually be slotting in on that top line. We'd get a +4 if we did that now. Holy mackerel. I'm okay with this. Korobov and Boqvist get a +4. OEL and Romanov getting a +1. And then Chernak plays with Brandstrom. And we have lefty-righty, lefty-righty, righty-righty. So it's not perfect, but hey, it's not too bad getting the +4 there. I'm happy with it. And then in goal, Gustafson's up to an 85 and Justice Annunin's up to an 82. So things looking great. Toropchenko and Daniil Maramanov are scratched players in the system. We're looking at a 78 Lodin, like a Ramaki's a 76, and things are looking good down here too. Looks like I may need to, Miron, I'm going to have to sign somebody for down here. It's okay though. Krawls, the defense, actually we need 2 defenders. I think 3 defenders, actually. 3 defenders, 2 defenders? Or is Wisniewski a forward? No, he is not. So I need 2 defenders and a forward. And then in goal, Gibson and Tikkanen. Not bad. Honestly, for year 2, after one legitimate offseason where we could sign players, a +5 with our medium franchise going into his rookie year. Maybe should have played him last year, but that's okay. I feel like he's going to have a great year this year between Tarasenko and Teravainen. Did not want to see him go through the tank, start out with a massive minus. He had 26 points in 53 games, was a +1. He had some power play points there, played only 16 minutes a night in Russia. So honestly, looks pretty good. Very happy with it. I mean, he's still medium franchise, right? I had a little panic attack. I thought he was medium elite for a second, but there we go. Those are the lines. Let me know what you would change, guys. What would you switch around? We still get... Okay, yeah. I think I'm happy. This is what I'm settling on. This is what's good. I'm happy with it. The team's got depth. We just need star power. They're young. They need to grow. That's what we're focusing on next time, guys, in season number 2. But that's all the time I have for this one. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more. And I will see you guys in the next one.
This a free for all, before we fall. This a free for all.